and the ancestors are looking out for us. God Hayes is exposing them, man.
Okay, you see that chair right there? See how big it is?
Yeah.
Now look at the Pope chair under it. Scroll down, look at the Pope chair under it.
Never have it been made so clear.
Young TV. Young.
We running the game right now.
Young TV.
Time to take over.
Young
We the hottest in the game. Hit that like, hit that subscribe button. If you just not tuned in.
TV.
Share, like on your Instagram, Facebook.
Young TV.
If you tuned in, we broadcasting live from 2030, baby.
Young TV. Young
Taking over the game, baby. Oh yeah.
Young TV.
Hit that like.
Young TV.
Get them likes up in the air, you heard me?
Young TV.
Ride by. Hotel Islam.
Young TV.
Assalamu alaikum. Flown letter. Peace.
Young
Be unto you.
TV.
Hit that like.
Hey, Young TV, we back at you with another banger, man. Who else is doing it? Exposing the truth. One piece at a time, putting a nail in their coffin. We're at the final move, the final checkmate on the suckers who've been parasiting off of our planet for quite some time now. Now, if you're new to Young LTV, hit that like, hit that subscribe button. We got something coming out every day. We just put out 2 tapes today. The mother plane overview and Operation Snowbird. And we're gonna drop Operation Aquarius tomorrow because all of these tapes tie into this tape. Right? We already put the 3i Atlas tape, AI tape out on the video side, giving you their whole rundown on what their plans are. Now, this right here tape gonna be epic. Right here, this tape we're gonna do tonight because I got about maybe 25 good clips that's gonna really give you the good overview on what's happening here and the change that we're about to go through. Now, also, what I want to say, if you're new to the channel, Young L, if you want to help us out and support us, Young L got 8 books that he put together. The Ascension Manual, the Galactic Flamme of Life, the Language of the Birds, the Orion Group book, right? The Dream Scroll, the Book of Extraterrestrials. These books are this thick. The Book of Extraterrestrials, the Book of the Hustler's Manual, right? And the Scroll of Eyes. We're letting all those books go for a $40 donation to the Cash App. Leave your emails on why you sent the books. Leave your emails and I'll send all 8 books over to your email for the people that's new to the channel. And the Cash App is on the screen and all the PayPal. We also got Vimo. We also got Vimo. Just look up the Young Elder on Vimo. We also got that. So we just want to make them announcements as you coming in. Now, we'll leave it up for just a second for people that want to get those books. Now, the stuff that I'm about to show you, because we've been telling you, if you look at the descriptions, we've been showing you in the descriptions. We already put out a whole bunch of tapes about this, about Project Bluebeam, and about the 12-mile mothership, which we believe, based on my analogies, is a scam because on how it's presented to us. Now, I'm gonna take this off the screen. Now, this is what I mean by that. Okay, so first of all, we get Harvard telling us, and I'll bring the clips in, but we get Harvard telling us that, hey, this is a ship on the way. to make it look like, oh, the government then said somebody from Harvard, some scientist from Harvard said it. And the reason why they use Harvard is because Harvard is one of the most recognized, esteemed schools supposedly in America, right? That's just keep this in mind. This is how these guys think and how they move. They the old system that's going out. They are programmed because that's what they are. They are programmed like Mother Sophia Stewart told me. They are all programs. That's what she told me. And their old program that's going out, and their old program can't keep up with the new system. It's a new system that's already in. The minds are faster. You can't trick people no more like with the same tricks no more. The old devil got to go out. A new devil got to come in, if possible, right? Ain't no possible nowadays because the planet from the speed up. But what I'm getting at is this whole game plan with Project Bluebeam and like I say, Project Snowbird ties into this. Snowbird was the recovery of extraterrestrial crafts to reverse engineer them. Operation Aquarius was when they was working with J-Rod and the Greys and pretty much stealing DNA and tissue samples off of the Grey J-Rod, and then use that to make clones, crossbreeds with the humans to make their own aliens. Also, and all this is gonna play out in the clips. When you hear the clips, all of this is gonna play out. Another thing too, so they got their own little alien bunch, right? They got a couple ships. Shout out that boy Kevin J. They got a couple ships because they got a little bit. They had 500 pounds of the element 115, and with the help of Hitler scientists and some of the stuff that they shot down off that crash through magnetic storms or whatever the case may be, and they recovered them. They was able to reverse engineer most of the stuff, right? Now they tell us they got nuclear. This 3i Atlas is nuclear power. Okay, nuclear power. Your government got nuclear power technology. If you don't know, most of your Navy ships and aircraft carriers are powered by nuclear power now. If you ain't been up to speed, so that means they can be powered without. They can go around refueling without refueling for around 18. It could be 10 to 25 years, depending on what type of reactor they got. They can go around for 10 to 15, 25 years without refueling. So your Navy aircraft carriers got this technology. The technology that they talking about on this ship that they saw the dark side of the moon. Because the guy already blew their cover. They had already been sending stuff to the moon and putting it together. And so they test ran the drones, Operation McGuire out of New Jersey. They test ran their drones that they've been putting together with some of the AI, with some of the extraterrestrial technology and anti-gravity. And they tell some of it being launched from Canada. We're going to get into that too, because they got a base in Canada, underground base in Canada, these guys, where they do the cloning and all of it, right? And it's not that you got to keep in mind too, like I said, told you on the last tape, all the government is not involved with it. A lot of 70% of the government really have no clue to what's going on, really. The guys that's behind this is the elites. The ones who've been puppet in the whole game from the whole time. This they last hoorah before they got to make a move. Now I'm gonna get into the clips, but the overall plan is to scare you into a new contract with them. And how they gonna do that is they're gonna create this alien invasion, and boom, they gotta get you to beg for help, beg for them to save you, and then boom, but you turn over your rights, your galactical rights and your earthborn rights to them in exchange for protection. This way, when the guys, the real guys show up and they say, hey, because the real guys is on the way, right now, but they trying to pull this 3-eye atlas off for the other guys get here so they can scare you into a contract. So when the other guys get here and they see that you in a contract with these guys, they'll say, well, we can't do nothing about that because galactical law say if they in a contract with the guys, then that's on their own. They on their own. So what they trying to, what their whole game plan is to create a mass hysteria illusion with an alien invasion using high power. And we're gonna show you all of what they're doing. This tape is gonna be epic. So we're really talking to give people time to get in. This tape gonna be epic. We're gonna show you exactly what they're doing. But to create mass hysteria to scare you into contract. So when the real guys, the anarchies get here, they'll say, oh, well, they in contract with these guys. That's the whole game plan. You got to keep in mind, that's what the Bible's about. It's about a covenant. It's a covenant is contracts. Another thing, I remember about 10 years ago in the class, one of my teachers, shout out Mark Brady, iTunes Ray, the master of misinformation. I remember Mark Brady, his on the phone, and it sounded like his eyes buck wide when he said this. He said, they got holograms in the headlights, y'all. They got holograms in the headlights. And people were thinking they was crazy. They got advanced holograms that they can project out of the he was saying in the president's in the new president's limos, the president convoy limos, the ones that they drive with the big, look like a tank almost, right? Since they got Kennedy down, I guess they ain't going LA with the drop top no more. But they got the joint, the ones like Tyler Perry got some of the old joints, but they got the new joints. And the new joints, they got the hologramic headlights that can project Secret Service, it'll look like real Secret Service agents out there, like they can project 5 or 6 of them out there, and you'll think it's 5 or 6, and it only be like 1 or 2 real ones, and then the rest of them be holograms. And they also got some other Secret Service out there walking around with invisible belts on. You can't even see them. They got invisible belts. They had them since George W. Bush Sr. because they took they had leaked that. Somebody leaked that when they took a picture of George W. Bush out there fishing, and then there was 2 Secret Service agents with him, but it was just a fishing rod up in the air. Yeah, I'm telling you, man. And when Mark Brady said that, they said that, man, this dude gotta be crazy. You know, he talking about some stuff in the headlights, and come to find out, he was right and exact. They've been doing it. They've been had to advance. I'm finna show you what they're doing. Let's get into some of this. Now that we got people in here, let's get into some of this. It's about to get exclusive. Young TV, man, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button.
But the lie is coming. All indications, like all of them, is that lie is going to be that there is a craft slowly making its way to us here on Earth. And that is the lie they're going to want you to believe. It's nuanced, how they explain that, the nature of that threat. But that 100% is the lie you are going to be told. You even got a date. People have been whispering a date for a long time now. I know where that lie comes from. I know specifically what document from the 70s initiated the idea of that lie. A classified document. That is the lie you will be told. You're going to be told that there is a craft on its way to Earth. That's the lie. Maybe I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. I sent you 2 texts today with a year. Not from me. Nope. I'm not going to propagate that lie. Not going to be part of it. Not going to say it to the camera. Everybody knows. Just start paying attention. And they'll change the date, especially if they see this. Things will change. Because maybe I'm trustworthy. Maybe I'm worthy of your trust. Maybe I've told you the truth the whole way through it. Now you can verify it. If that's the case, then I'm fucking dangerous. You've been told the truth about UFOs for a long time.
Now, hey, get this. This guy did this record in January. of this at the beginning of this year. And then now they just announced about a couple months ago, a month or two ago, maybe a couple, I don't know how long, it ain't been that long ago, about this ship coming. And this guy recorded that way back. Right? So keep that in mind. And like we told you, the ship ain't coming from out of nowhere, from no other solar system. It's coming right from the dark side of the moon. Go watch a movie called Iron Sky. They tell you how they was building the ship on back side of the moon, the Fourth Reich. This is all part of the Fourth Reich. Elon Musk doing all this, like I told you, right? I'm telling you. All right, let's go to another one.
The Pentagon's expert warning about a possible mothership coming close to Earth. It may sound straight out of a movie, but the Pentagon and a Harvard scientist have collaborated on a new draft report questioning if we're alone in the universe and whether we've already seen evidence of life beyond Earth.
Because it has anomalies. It moves on a trajectory that is very unusual. It is aligned with the orbit of the Earth around the Sun, and it will get extremely close to the inner planets, like, for example, Jupiter, Mars, or Venus. It will arrive closest to the Sun when the Earth is on the opposite side, so we won't be able to look at it. And that's the point where a spacecraft could make a maneuver to slow down. It's coming from the direction of the Milky Way galaxy, the center of the Milky Way galaxy, where the sky is very crowded with stars. So that's why it took a while to notice it. And altogether, you know, the chance of this trajectory is less than 0.2% to be aligned with the orbit of the Earth.
Yeah, so they full of crap. They ain't there, they got don't nobody else see it but NASA and they guys. They the only guys that can say, "Oh, look at it on the screen." Come on, man. They the only guys. Well, it's other man. I know a person with a telescope in their house that's almost bigger than my house. A telescope in their house that's almost bigger than my house, right? And they can look light years out of space, and they don't even see it. So what they getting all this from? Yeah. Now all of a sudden it pop up from the back when they say, "Oh, it passed by the moon." Now all of a sudden it pop up. So keep in mind, they gotta sell you on this. They ain't never told you nothing. These are the same people who telling you the Roswell crash was a weather balloon. These are the same people that still telling you ain't nothing going on in Area 51. It ain't no such thing as S4. It never existed. These are the same people. It's the same people. Listen to what I'm telling you. It's the same people who will find a UFO that's so big they don't got nothing to haul it. They build a whole building around it. These are the same people. But then all of a sudden they pop up. They tell all of a sudden, you gotta be scared. Aren't you scared? You should be scared. You should be in fear. Aren't you scared? No, we ain't scared. We ain't scared, bro. You should be scared, though. Y'all should be scared. I'm telling you, check this out, y'all. Check these people out, man.
It's going to feel real and urgent. The next would be a media blitz that would come after that. So mainstream media will amplify the story. They're going to interview pilots. They're going to release grainy videos and have experts explain these things that are maybe defying physics. The goal, potentially, and I say all of this as a potential hypothetical, to make everybody believe this is a huge deal. Next would be a global event, and this could be something absolutely wild, like some kind of coordinated UFO appearance, maybe a simulated attack, or even some claim that we've made contact. And it doesn't have to be real, it just has to be believable enough. And of course, then we have a solution. So after the chaos, governments might roll out solutions like new defense initiatives, new military spending, government coalitions, governments kind of coming together, expanded surveillance maybe, and calls for like some international cooperation. All right, so why should we care? Even if all this theory sounds way the hell out there, the technologies exist to make all of it plausible. So holograms, drones, AI, deep fakes are advanced enough to fool large populations. And historically, going back to the year 1 AD, governments have shown that they're not above manipulating fear to get what they want. So now we get to what do we do? What the hell do we do about this? Number one, stay freaking critical. Do not take everything at face value. Always question why some stories are getting so much attention, and most importantly, who benefits from that story. And educate yourself. You need to look into historical precedents, maybe current technology. You could just use ChatGPT for a lot of this, and some government strategies. So the more you know, the harder it is for you to be manipulated. Focus on reality. So of course, this is nothing but conjecture. I'm just sitting here at my house.
Yeah, so this is another thing that he pointed out at the beginning of the video that I got to tell y'all about. All right, so these people also have weapons of mass destruction, not just nuclear weapons. They've been having, before they dropped the atomic bomb on Hiroshima, they had weapons that could cause tsunamis. And then they also developed weapons that can cause platonic plate shifting, and activate volcanoes. They also can alter the weather. You already know about that with cloud seeding and the H project, right? The H project. You already know about that. So they got all these white dome balls, crystal balls, all around the ocean that helps with the H project, right? You already know about that. And it also it's a missile tracking system as well. But I don't want to get too much into that because I live here, right? I live in America. So and we ain't giving too much out for everybody else, right? For other countries. But we'll tell you what, we're gonna give you a lot though. But check this. So their whole Al Bielek said, the dude that was involved with the Philadelphia experiment, you could go back, that's in 1943, Philadelphia experiment, when they was messing with some of the technology that Nikola Tesla put over to the government, and they tried to use it to jump time, and they did. And in fact, according to what Al Bielek said, but the thing is, the part I want to make out about what he said is the new maps a way the United States look or where the world looks. Right, and he made reference that all of this starts in the year 2025, and there was a major earthquake off the coast of California during around this same time. So, what if they could, with this ship pull up? They say, "Oh, it was an earthquake, and natural disasters look natural because of this arrival of this earthquake, but it's really them doing all of this stuff." Causing mass hysteria, trying to cause mass hysteria, because that would cause mass hysteria if a whole part of California fell off into the ocean, and then all of a sudden meteorites start, even if it appears to look like it holographically, it'll start people going crazy. It'll start something. Because all you got to do is start a fire, and then that fire once the wind blow it'll go. Because once people start raiding, then the next people start raiding. It could, no matter what, even if the military and the government ain't involved and it's another shadow government involved, it can trigger something if people not aware. So that's why we're trying to get more people aware of not to panic when they see all this hype. This gonna be a nice little show they finna put on for their last final get down. It's the final fireworks for their whole setup. Let's roll some more for you guys.
We've got some fresh images of 3I Atlas, a third ever interstellar object observed from Earth, currently racing through our solar system. Now, astronomers have captured that moment live.
What if an interstellar object whirling through our solar system is actually a nuclear-powered spacecraft sent by aliens to test how humans respond?
The transmission from 3I Atlas began as a faint anomaly in the background of the cosmic static, an irregular pulse that drew attention not because it was loud, but because it was deliberate. Researchers were accustomed to sifting through signals drowned in cosmic noise, yet this one carried the telltale rhythm of intent. The moment the data was cleaned, aligned, and run through multiple verification protocols, it became clear that this was not a random burst of radiation, nor a simple
All right, so pretty much they just setting you up for the game plan, right? This You're gonna be all over the news. Oh, aliens, something came down and grabbed the guy on his behind. And no, you should be scared. Run, hide, get your gun. Some alien they're gonna be showing on TV. Yeah. So then they're gonna show a fake hologramic meeting on the White House lawn with or something. Watch, I'm telling you. That's how these guys get down, man. Let's roll the next one because we gotta get to these hologramic videos. That wasn't a good one right there. I didn't like
An
that
interstellar comet called 3I/ATLAS is tearing through our solar system, moving backwards at 130,000 miles per hour. This isn't some ordinary comet. It came from outside our solar system with a hyperbolic orbit that proves it's not bound to the sun. What's terrifying? Its chemistry is unlike anything we've ever seen. Its tail is bursting with carbon dioxide, one of the highest CO2 to water ratios ever measured. That means it's built from alien ingredients. Some scientists estimate the nucleus could be nearly 6 kilometers wide, big enough to wipe out civilization if it ever collided with Earth. Right now, it's racing closer, its tail growing longer every day as ice and dust boil off. By October 2025, it will swing near the sun. Then by December, it'll pass Earth, thankfully still about 269 million kilometers away. But here's the wildest part. At its speed, this thing defies everything we thought comets could do.
All right, that's that dude Neil talking about it. Yeah, but you know, it's a nuclear powered joint. That's how you know it ain't extraterrestrials. Extraterrestrials don't use nuclear power. That's the government. The extraterrestrials use anti-gravity, fusion power. They the one particular group called the Asgards, they extract the nucleus from the atom and then convert that into fuel. And they ships can fly so fast it ain't even funny. They can fly billions of light years in a couple of days. Yeah, so this nuclear powered AI that they said to see how humans respond. Yeah, we heard it all before. Go ahead. Let's run that. Oh, hey, hold on before I play that. I want to tell you this, and then I'm gonna play that again. Now, their plans is to you saw about the drones, right? The drones that they launched for the test run. They still they launching this stuff fast as they can, so it's gonna have so many malfunctions. They're gonna be one thing. They're gonna have so many malfunctions. One malfunction gonna blow their whole cover. So they've been testing it for a while, but that little drone run didn't work out. People were shooting your drones down. What you gonna do when people pull out their high power 50 cal with a scope, with a 2-mile scope on them, and they boom, or they shoot that joint out the sky? There's gonna be ones getting shot down, and then how they gonna like it's gonna be they cover the elites were trying to pull this off, getting ready to fail miserably. But now what they're gonna do is this: how you gonna know the military, most of the military and United States government, or really the world government, the world military ain't involved. It's because they gonna attack certain ships and put it on tape. Oh, they attacked some drone. The aliens attacking us, right? Random people who supposed to be dissidents against the government in the government that they don't like. They gonna try to use laser weapons to zap them, and then say the aliens did it. The aliens out such and such. And then they try to cut the phones and cut communication, so you can't say, oh yeah, well something came out the sky and it wasn't no aliens. It was it looked like a hologram. Then it shot a laser, but the laser is gonna be coming from the satellites. And they got the laser weapons on the drones. We already told y'all to go watch all the tapes we put out. Operation McGuire. Go watch the drones all lit, right? So I'm about to play this tape, and he gonna tell you their whole plan right here. This is a dude and he recorded this way before they announced the ship was on the way. They faking this the last card of the Illuminati, the last card of the elites, the stinky guys who hide in their bunkers, That's gonna get blew right up into the sky. Because it said in the end, these guys don't hide themselves under the mountains when the real guys pull up. Well, the real guys are already here, really. They just follow certain rules of engagement. And you think this thing gonna be able to do something with the mother plane up there? Man, you better go watch that mother plane tape I just put out on the video side on how the mother plane can hide inside of a mountain. They said a mother plane can hide inside of a mountain. It can hide under the ocean. It can hide in the sky. It said that it moved like a mouse on the screen. Like, you know how you got the arrow on your screen on the computer, and somebody moving the mouse like that. They can move the mother plane like that, like an arrow on the screen. You know what I'm saying? That's how it moved. I'll tell you, I showed those pictures I showed in the video. Them real pictures of it that I had in the archives. Them real pictures of the mother plane. I got a whole bunch of. I got about 15 videos of the mother plane. I showed them in a couple of them in those videos I just put out of it in action. So it's up there, been up there, and they follow certain rules of engagement though. But you'll see them every now and then when they try to shoot a nuclear bomb or something else up in the sky. One of the babies, they'll launch one of the baby planes and shoot it, zap it down. We already put a tape out about that. They can go under the ocean and launch ships from under the ocean. That's why they say they see these UFOs coming from under the ocean, because sometimes the mother plane will go down under the ocean and hide. It's the most elusive. I like how that dude voice is on that tape. He said it's the most elusive a vehicle ever created. The mother plane is the most elusive vehicle ever created. And he said that the planes, the baby planes, are agile fighters. Agile fighter. I had to go look that up. And it's agile mean to move. They move easily. Meaning they can do, boom, 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 like a bumblebee. Move like a bee. But let's go to this next one, man, because we got a couple of them. We rolling right in on it.
And the last card would be the extraterrestrial threat.
When they launch this fake alien invasion, everybody gonna swear it's real. You know why? Because people don't know that the sky is CGI technology. I've been telling y'all this. That's not your real sky. See the sky behind me? That same sky up there. That motherfucker is not real. Alright? It's not real. I've been telling y'all that for a reason, because it's being controlled. It's 5 layers to it. It's CGI technology. They showed you this shit in that movie Kong when he threw the motherfucking spear at the motherfucking sun, nigga. Right? They showed it right to you. But before they showed it to you in Kong, for those of you who've been listening to me in this university, y'all know from day one I've been telling y'all this. So if people not know that CGI technology, alright, once they get the change in the frequency of the sky, and they get the altering the layers of the sky to make it look like it's a war going on right there that's not, alright? They make it seem like it's these huge spaceships that's in the sky that's not. And then they're gonna actually use actual spaceships that they do have from other extraterrestrial species, like these insectoids and these greys and these other ones that they got, they in cahoots with. They gonna make this shit look real, y'all. Listen, this is gonna be the biggest movie. Listen, this is gonna be the biggest movie they never put out, nigga. This is gonna be the biggest movie they ever put out. I'm saying movie for a reason, because the shit ain't real, but it's gonna look real. Listen, you ain't better tell people that we ain't under a UFO invasion. I'm telling y'all in advance. Listen, man, holographic imagery is real, man. You're gonna see motherfucking aliens running down the street, all that. Be prepared for it. I told you here first.
Hey, so that was Rashard Jamal. He said it. And I'm trying to figure out, is he out of jail to say that? Or he said that before he went to jail. So he said that before he went to jail. He already said it, like word for word of what they about to do. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what else we got. Free Rashard Jamal. Let's see what else we got. Here we go.
All right, there's no need to panic, but there is cause for concern. Let's talk through this whole situation of incursions happening over in Denmark. Airports are shutting down, fighter bases are being targeted, NATO is on alert. Denmark has just faced one of the most mysterious and seemingly coordinated incursions in recent memory. It all began on the 22nd of September when Copenhagen Airport shut down for nearly 4 hours after these unidentified objects appeared overhead. The same night, Oslo Airport in Norway shut down. And This suggested that something was going on. It wasn't just one little random one-off. Over the next several nights, the incursion spread to other airports and military facilities, even Skysdrup Air Base, which is home to Denmark's F-16s and F-35s. These are some of Denmark's most...
We are in danger, says Elon Musk. He says we're all going to be dead by 2026. So this is meant to be the AI Atlas close-up. Brother, is that a dinosaur? Elon Musk, he says this could be the first contact with humans. I don't know about all that, but I know something's going on.
Yeah, he funny. Yo, he funny, yo. But yeah, so Elon Musk in on it, right? And it's like this, it ain't the first contact with humans. They've been contacting with humans since a long time. A long time. We can go back a long time. There's a lot of reports of them contact with aliens. Now, that's what I was gonna say before the last. Now, some people think that there's no such thing as other beings from other planets or other worlds. And if you think that, boy, your brain gonna explode once you really find the truth. It's so many, it's uncountable. There's so many different races in the galaxy, is uncountable. I'm telling you, man. You think that your little small pebble, your little small grain of sand you call Earth, which is not really Earth because it's mostly water, but that's another story, right? But yeah, your little grain of dot out of 150,000 light years, that's just your galaxy alone. Not counting 99 billion light years of universe, just your one universe, then till you jump to another universe after you go 3 billion miles in between, or 3 billion light years in between. So, this is a little dot. So if you think that this is it, that your little world is it, man, you got a long way to go. But that's another story. Let's roll this next one, because this next guy gonna get into how the government, we got to put out Operation Snowbird, where it breaks down how the government was trying to reverse engineer technology. Bob Lazar was in on it at Area 51, working on the technology, right? When they said that he was crazy in a nut job, keep in mind, people like to come out and say, oh yeah, well, they said that he was a nut job. Every whistleblower that come out that work for the government is automatic. It's part of their strategy. It's to discredit them. It's part of their strategy. Anybody with common sense at this point should know that if he come out and talk about, oh yeah, we was getting booty with aliens underground in Area 51. If he come out and say that and he was really working there, oh, he's a nut job. Oh, his career is erased. He never went to college. We don't even know him. We never seen him. Then, meanwhile, they trying to run him out the road at the same time in the middle of the night, trying to get rid of him. You know what I'm saying? At the same time, in the public saying we never heard of the guy. He went to college. Where he's not a nuclear physicist. He don't got no, because they the ones that created the degrees, and they can erase your degree just with a click of a switch. They can erase your degree, and you never went to college ever. These guys, you better go watch Man in Black. When Will Smith joined the Man in Black, they erased his whole life. He was somebody else after that. That's who these guys are. They tell you what they do, right? So listen to this guy. He gonna talk about some of the test flights that they were flying during Operation Snowbird to try to. So they got some crafts. Maybe I estimate they got about 50 or under, due to the amount of Omicron that they had of the levitation of crafts. They used the anti-gravity. But Hitler was working with 0-point energy at one point, putting it on submarines and things, according to some documents. But if you go back, like I said, they say he only got 500 pounds of this stuff. And so we can estimate they got about around, if it only take a small amount of this stuff to power one of these crafts. And we don't think they got that much time on their hands to create more than 50 of them. They might try to fly some of the stuff, but it's hard to fly. They tried to grade some of the other ones to fit some of the pilots because the seats were too small. The 4-foot grades ain't that tall, right? But like I say, they have reverse engineered some of the technology and some of the stuff they really don't tell the public that much, but some of it they incorporated on the F-117 Nighthawk and the B-2 stealth bomber and the F Raptor. I think it's with the I forgot which one it is, the last Raptor that they created. Is the F-19 Raptor or the F some Raptor. I can't remember the number, but it's the last Raptor they created. It's got extraterrestrial technology on it. But the United States ain't the only government that's been capturing ships. Russia had captured some. China had captured a few. Africa had captured some, but most of theirs got turned over to UN or somebody else because they took money for bribes to give it over. Because they're like, oh, we don't know what it is in it. We don't got no advanced facility like that. But secretly, it is an advanced facility that's controlled by the same people who control the mother plane under Africa. It's a whole cave system, advanced city, like they showed you in Black Panther, but the city underground, and it's ran by these beings called the Denakals. They got big heads. They came up and mixed with these Afar people. That's why the receding hairline come from these guys, and they way smarter. They super intelligent. Yaku is an offspring from these beings. Yaku, right? Yakub, right? But they the ones that control the supercomputer. Bill Gates is a Frugalord. He's part of the Ashtar Command agenda. He's a Frugalord from the center Earth. He's a hybrid. Who else? What else I gotta tell you before we go to this next one? Yeah, let's go ahead and play this clip, then we'll talk about it.
Craft that they used to build, which is a 30-meter one, was the one that crashed in Arizona, Kingman, Arizona. But that particular craft, there were some problems with, number one, getting it on the flatbed to take it up to Area 51. They couldn't get it across the dam because of the road. It had to be barged across the Colorado River at the time. There were 4 aliens aboard that thing, and those aliens went to Los Alamos, and they put certain people in there with them, people that were astrophysicists, just general scientists, to ask them questions. The way the story was told to me was there was only one of them that would talk to any of these scientists that they put in the lab with them. Only one of the aliens. The rest wouldn't talk to anybody, or even have a conversation with them.
And the reason why it was 4 of them, the one that was talking to him was the leader. The other ones wouldn't talk because the leaders speak for them, right? And they all telepathic, and they all can speak through one guy. So that's why they didn't talk. And then the other ones probably was injured too. But he talking about when one of their ships crashed. I think that is some of them they shot down when they got the direct energy weapons, the lasers. But then one of them crashed through a magnetic storm, right? And they was coming here to do research, and they captured one of the graves. That's why I said they came with Dan, with the dude Dan, and they captured J-Rod and had him working at the facility with them to try to help them reverse engineer some of the technology. But he was very elusive with not letting them figure all of it out. These graves didn't want them to get all the information technology.
Means whether he's good or bad, that means the globalists are going down. So how would you describe the globalists and where we are and what you think is going to happen next? Like with this war with Russia and all of it.
Well, they're just fighting to keep any kind of way to generate revenue from wars. It's really what it comes down to. And all this stuff is controlled and pre-planned, including this whole Russia-Ukraine war, this Israel war in Palestine. This is all about generating a great deal of money, stealing land and stealing resources, just like they did in the ancient tablets. There's nothing changed. These are like the last 2 wars we can find to fight right now on the planet. Maybe there's one more with Taiwan, I'm not sure. But the next war is going to be in space. They're going to take their little change that they can make from these right now, but the next big war is going to be a space war. They're going to take these UAPs that they've done, reverse engineered alien craft. They're going to do a Gulf of Tonkin incident again, like they did to launch the Vietnamese War. They're going to strike or hit or blow up a Navy vessel or something like that with one of these UAPs, claim it wasn't ours, claim it was an alien, that we have to be fearful of the aliens now because they can attack us. And then they're going to send trillions of dollars into black budget projects that have no congressional oversight. And they're going to take our money and we're going to willingly give it to them because we're afraid of these aliens.
We can see the pre-programming for projects. We can see the pre-programming for Project Bluebeam.
Say that again?
We can see them hyping Project Bluebeam, alien thing.
Yes. Oh, yeah. They're hyping it all up. They're going to listen. They're going to make a fake alien attack and siphon money into these private corporations where we can't get a FOIA. If we can't get a FOIA, we can't tell what the hell they're doing. And because we can't tell what they're doing, we know what they're doing behind the scenes. These poly tricksters are sitting behind the scenes, and these big CEOs of these corporate companies, they're all taking money behind the scenes and funding projects that most of them will never see the light of day. They may take 10, 15, 20 billion dollars and spread it between them. The rest of it goes into R&D, and a lot of the stuff never even develops. They keep claiming, oh, we need a few more $1 billion to get it going, like they do with these private jets and so forth that they work on for 10 years and they never fly. And they just keep siphoning money from the American public over and over again. And then they go, oh, it's a lost leader. We're going to try something new. But meanwhile, they've taken in billions, sometimes trillions of dollars, and they split it up between them all. That's what's happening with the global.
So, yeah, so it's a punt. So, shout out Billy Carson, Forbidden Knowledge TV. So way Billy put it is it's a Ponzi scheme to tie us into some kind of to rob us pretty much. Sound like Ashtar Command's agenda. To me, you know what I'm saying?
What the hell is going on this planet? So according to NASA,
Dalton.
Hey, this right here is a test flight of some of the crowds that the government got. How you can tell they government, they don't move as fast as the extraterrestrial UFOs. And you'll see they being escorted by, I think it's an F-18 or 17, one of them. But this is some of the government crafts that they put together that they're going to be using during that, they talking about that drones or this or that they're going to be using for the fake alien invasion. I just want to show y'all this. Hold on, let's see.
Now is the founder of the Disclosure Project, Dr. Stephen Greer. Dr. Greer, it is great to have you on. A pleasure to be speaking with you right now.
Thank you.
What is going on out there? What are people seeing?
Well, it's a complex story that make it very succinct. We did predict this 30 years ago that they would begin to launch some activity equivalent to a false flag to make it look like there's some sort of alien attack or threat. In reality, it's a response to what's happening, and I've recently told the incoming members of the administration this and people at the Senate Intelligence and Armed Services Committee that we have a team of about 6 different black sites that have been running illegal projects related to so-called UAPs and UFOs coming forward in the next 30 days or so. They will bring forth dispositive evidence of this and the fact that these programs have been run illegally and outside of constitutional oversight. This is a ramp up to divert attention from that activity and could lead to some other events that would be catastrophic. This is a very dangerous situation. Nothing people are seeing has anything to do with aliens or extraterrestrial intelligence. It has to do with trying to maintain the cover up on a secret program that went black, but illegal black, back in the late 1950s. So we're into 65, 70 years of some very dangerous operations. Now, these men that are defecting are coming out of some sites I've been at. I was in a helicopter last year, after that I was almost killed, frankly. And we were over these black sites and saw the openings that go into underground facilities where there are the man-made UFOs that come out, but also where they have illegal electromagnetic pulse weapons where they target and down the extraterrestrial vehicles that are then reverse engineered.
Okay, let me stop you. Let me stop you right there, Dr. Greer. Let me stop just because I want everyone at home I want us all to be on the same page. You're saying that we have the technology to shoot ET craft, not of this planet, out of the air, and we are reverse engineering those aircraft.
100%. And there are multiple men coming forward. They've been with JSOC and Special Forces, who are also NOx, an unofficial cover in corporate world. One of them's been there about 29 years and is very senior and has all the evidence, and they'll be releasing the evidence and the information. Now, this creates a dynamic because it's happening before the inauguration. They plan to do it sometime between now and early January. And I've been working with these men for about 19 months, and they're serious, and they have the goods. They can prove what they're stating, but they're also going to unmask themselves. They will come forward, the name, rank, serial number, and the whole history of this, including the illegal nature of some of these programs, which we don't have time to go into, but they'll curl your toes. Some of the stuff that's been going on is quite illegal and very dangerous and horrible. But the technologies, I mean, remember the Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty requires that we have no electromagnetic pulse
Could you give me, Dr. Greer, could you give us a quick summary? I'd like to hear some of the toe curling details, if you wouldn't mind.
Well, for example, they have been able to confirm one of our whistleblowers' testimony, who's a Marine, Michael Herrera, who was present at an event, stumbled across an event during a rescue mission after the Indonesian earthquake in 2009. And he came across a platform, a man-made object, about 300 feet around, that was manned by covert human operators who were American. And they had boxed up and crated up humans that they were trafficking that had oxygen tanks on this tank. And they were being moved to a black site for various types of human experimentation and use. It's horrific, some of the actions. The main operator from two of these black sites that I've been at, I will not discuss where they are right now.
Okay.
It'll be disclosed fairly soon. He actually had personal knowledge of that. So when this whistleblower came forward, who was taken to the Pentagon Aero Office and Senate Intelligence Committee, he approached me and confirmed all of it. And so he said, not only that, but it's way worse than that. So there are some really worrisome programs going on without the oversight of the president or the Congress, and that has to get corrected because it's dangerous. Now, all these drones and everything going on is both a diversion, but an attempt to create a psychological warfare,
a psyop to distract us.
And that's really what it is, but it could escalate to something very dangerous. I mean, yesterday I was told that I personally might be arrested, that there will be a character assassination plot against me that will come out soon.
All right, so be looking for that character plot to come out on Greer because he's talking out, and anybody else, or maybe he gets zapped from us. Well, we hope not that he gets zapped from some satellite, and they say, "Oh well, the aliens got him," and we don't know, man. We don't know why they ain't like Dr. Greer. Yeah, right. You dark government. If anything happened to Dr. Greer, we automatically blaming the dark government, right? Anything happened to Billy Carson, anybody out speaking out against that's got a major platform, if something happened to them, we automatically blaming the dark government, and we're gonna hold the government. That's the good guys responsible for not protecting them, right? I'm telling you, it's like we at that point now. We ain't playing no more games, but this is the thing. You don't gotta be in fear. You don't gotta be scared because of the mother plane. When they come pull up with all of this light show, the mother plane gonna put them out of business, and they gonna be like, oh. And then while they down there toasting to this event, they gonna send a thermonuclear drill bomb right down in there on them, and boom, evaporate them. They gonna turn into dust on their feet. As they toast. I'm telling you, man, that's what they dealing with. They playing with the wrong type of level of stuff, man. The melted plane ain't no joke. Or this thing so bad, it's got a weapon on it called the oxidizer. And I remember when we was in the military, when we stopped these Iraqis, they had these trucks with these 50 cals on the back. And when we deactivate the 50 cal, we pull a phosphate grenade, which is really it oxidized the motor, just pretty much melt it. It melts the engine. You throw that under the engine and melt the engine. Well, imagine the extraterrestrials got a more advanced technology like that. They can melt metal, like the sun, like driving your car into the sun. You know what I'm saying? They got that type of technology on the wheel. So you elites, go to your bunkers and hold your butt cheeks tight, and don't be surprised when you see that drill bomb get in there. And usually when they make it to you, it's explode. You got about 2 or 3 seconds, give or take. You remember Eddie Murphy? They locked Eddie Murphy on Harlem Nights, and Sugar and them, they locked the cop into the vault. And he said, how much time he got up in here, to the smart guy, right? The dude that was doing all the rigging. And he said, he got about a couple hours, a day or two, give or take a few. That was funny. Hey, and that's what's gonna happen to them when they try to mess with these guys. These guys are, man, look, ain't no joke.
Seeing here is Project Bluebeam, high-level advanced holographic projection. You could say in 4D. You can't touch them, but they seem very lifelike, very real. And this is in a stadium. Everyone's filming it. You can see it right there. I think China, for the new year, had the dragons go around the big tower. I'll try and find that clip at some point. But for those of you who are not aware, this is the type of technology that they're releasing on the public now. Imagine what the military and the government have. I wouldn't be surprised if they tried to do a hoax or some sort of world hoax to scare us into giving up our freedoms and security. And they'll protect us as long as we release our freedoms and our rights. And they'll have more control.
Giant hologram stage apparatus from big arena stage pieces into what you see right here. This is Portal. It's the size of a vending machine. It fits in the corner of a room, and it beams in a 4K resolution image in real time. You can create, you can beam anybody from anywhere to anywhere in real time. And when you're looking into the camera, you're looking into your audience's eyes. So if you're an educator, or if you're a politician, or if you're an inspirational speaker or a religious leader, you could beam from the safety and security of your own campaign headquarters.
And they use this on the Charlie Kirk thing, the Captain Kirk, Charlie Kirk thing, y'all. They use this right here, technology. But they got a more advanced one, the government.
Hologram machines to any country in the world.
I'm going to show you another dude doing it. This is the technology they use during the Charlie Kirk play, y'all. Watch this.
You can see me. You can see me.
Yes.
Damn. That's amazing. Oh my God.
Yeah, so that's it. So I'm virtually there and I'm not there. And I can be in 20 places at once. And this screen is a touch screen. And I can have stats and things here as I'm talking. I can have a QR code so you can buy merch in real time. You can do everything all at once. This can be pre-recorded, so you can have content, like whatever you want. This fills checks so many boxes.
The clarity is what I can't get over.
It's what's so great about it is that camera right above his head. That's how he would see the audience. He could be beaming in.
Y'all see it right there, y'all. Hold on. Let me roll in there. I want to show y'all these holograms. Hold on.
Dubai have been showing off their Project Bluebeam massively recently. Check this out. They can literally project near enough anything into their skies. It makes you think, doesn't it? Like, if they can do stuff that's this clean, how would they be able to do it with, let's say, NASA? You know, it wasn't too long ago I was watching this NASA clip and I couldn't help but think, I wonder if they have the possibility and the technology these days to fake it. And it just hit me. It just hit me. Yes, they do. Massively. They literally can do what they want in the sky. And just think about it. If they can do this, what else could they do to deceive the nations? Like, you can't seriously be telling me that after...
Yeah, so they got the blue beam. You already know about that. We broke that down. Somebody said that they had, we thought that they didn't make it to the moon. Yeah, they faked the moon landing with doing Kennedy, but they was already on the moon probably about 10 years before they faked the moon landing for real, through Adolf Hitler and Ashtar Command. So that's the part people missing about Ashtar Command secretly having their fingers in on this. They're the same people who locked Dr. Malachi Z York up. These people. Go look up Judge Ashley A. Royals and put it together. Ashley, Ashtar Command, Royal, Captain Kirk Cobain. It's all Ashtar Command agenda, man. You know what I'm saying? Let's roll another one. We got more.
These plans for Project Bluebeam is to stage an elaborate worldwide faked alien invasion with UFOs that will be seen in the sky. These will either be made on this planet with secret technology driven by craft operated by black budgets and military, or advanced holographic imagery. One of these plans
saw at a stadium right there, they got a whole panther jumping around all over the stadium. It was a hologram. Let's roll a name. You think that's something? Let's roll a name.
Crazy, right?
This is Lil Uzi album release. He's hologramming the UFOs, letting y'all know what they about to do. For the album release, he hologrammed the UFO over the city. Y'all seen that? Lil Uzi's hologram UFO over New York. Showing, because just like Busta Rhymes put that album out, the Extinction Level event, because he knew about the jab. Just like because these people are part of this order. They are part of this secret order. And just so he putting out that UFO hologram there, you know, hey, they got this. He went and spent all that money to let you know, hey, they're gonna pull off this. But he tried to make it like it's an album release party. He probably got in trouble for that. Right? Now, but let's go to the next one. Let me show you what they can do. This is a hologram right here. Hold on.
It's a UFO for real. Look at the UFO, bitch. No, we not making this shit up.
It's a hologram, y'all. They tricking. This is what it's gonna look like. So they got ground units too.
It's a UFO for real, y'all.
You can see the light shooting, the beam of light shooting hologram shooting the UFO
crazy.
to the sky.
It's a UFO for real, y'all.
This is what y'all gonna be seeing. And they're gonna sit there all for hours.
Look, we got all these
right?
I
tell you, man. And they really believe it's a UFO too.
That ain't no street light, bro. That's a UFO.
The hologram.
This the fucking street light right here. This the fucking street light.
They so ghetto, right?
So the orbs are back, y'all. The orbs and the drones. The drones have like kind of been here, but like for the past 3 months, you know, last year, remember we had like all the drone activity and sky shit going on. But the last couple months it's been like slow, you know, there wasn't any orbs. I saw like drones here and there, but like the last like 2 weeks or so, like there have been so many drones. There's no way that
And so the drones, they testing them now. They getting them ready, you know, getting them ready for show, man. Getting them ready for the show. It's gonna go down. They're getting it ready to go down. You know what I'm saying? So you're gonna see a lot of drones being test run. And they coming off of these dark bases because a lot of the elites, some of them bought old bases and turned them into their own base, their own private base. Like Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry turned the military base into a whole compound. Right? So it's the other elites. They got military bases around the country. That's old military bases. They turned them to launch some of these high-powered drones they got.
If enough people believe that something is real, then it is real in its effects.
In terms of its social reality.
In terms of the social reality, in terms of what people act according to their beliefs.
Yeah.
And that opens a question of, really at two levels, perhaps something that we are creating ourselves, perhaps a series of images that we are projecting. I think Carl Jung came very close to expressing that idea in one of his books. Or could it be manipulated purposely by people who have the technology to simulate UFO sightings? And people say, well, of course not. Who would do a thing like that? Well, I would remind you that during the Watergate investigation, it was discovered that there was a plan originated in the White House to surface a submarine off the coast of Cuba and paint the second coming of Christ over the island of Cuba using holograms. Which is well within our technology today. The idea was that since there is a large Catholic population in Cuba, they would be so upset by this vision that this would saturate the communication channels, the telephone system in Cuba, long enough for an invasion to take place.
How interesting. I never heard of that.
Well, I think that's a classic in psychological warfare, but that kind of manipulation is well understood.
That's crazy, right?
I have personally investigated several apparently genuine UFO cases where there was, in fact, a manipulation. My conclusion, the conclusion of scientists working with me, was that there was, in fact, a manipulation taking place, and that it was not a hoax on the part of the witnesses, but a hoax on the part of somebody much better organized than...
So there are possibly all of these levels going on simultaneously.
Today, with the current technology, that would be possible.
All right, so you heard there, they were planning to go use the submarine to hologram Christ back 20, 30 years ago. You know what I'm saying? So I don't tell them what they got by now, right? Somebody asked about the TRB, right? Craft. What that is a government designed nuclear powered craft, right? The same type of technology that they flying using to try to for the 3-eye Atlas. The same power stuff that powers the TRB, the nuclear power craft they used to go to the moon and haul, that they use really to haul the parts to the moon for this 3-eye. They use that TRB thing, which can probably go to the moon 20, 30 minutes or so. They use that to haul that big old craft to haul. Yeah, it sounds crazy, right? But they haul that's all them parts to the moon with that, then assemble this thing on the moon, launch it from the moon, fake this, and then they got these 5G towers that they can use. Because Mark Brady said that too, man. It's mighty funny. Mark Brady said that too. He said, man, they got a computer. Look, like we was, man, I wish I could pull back up these recordings. This dude said, like everybody was saying that this dude was crazy. And he said, man, this before 5G, all it came out. This dude was saying, man, these people, and he was serious about it, eyes buck wide. He said, man, these people got a technology where they can type in the computer, bark like a dog, and you'll bark like a dog. They can make people bark like dogs. They can send mind and thoughts into people. They can activate sleeper cells. Mark Brady said this a long time ago. The same time he was saying that they had the hologramic headlights in the president car. I'm telling you, man, it's crazy. I'm telling you, it's crazy. So don't underestimate your enemies. That's what the art of Sun Tzu say. So these people, like Doc said, man, these people with the military complex, yeah, these people, yeah, they said Mark Brady was crazy when he told us that. Now all the stuff is coming out. They've been using all of this stuff for a while. I'm telling you, man. Hey, if you're new to the channel and you want to get those books, like I said, we still got them 8 books going for $40 donation to the Cash App or PayPal for $40, and leave your emails in the link. We'll send you all 8 books by the young elder. We named the books at the beginning of the tape. What else are we gonna say? We just want to show us some love for the class. We take $1, $5, $10, whatever you got. You want to really put us in the game? Send us $100. What else I want to say? Yeah, I'm gonna come back. I gotta tomorrow. I'm dropping the Project Aquarius. That's gonna give you the other part about J-Rod and how they was taking the DNA off J-Rod, and they was gonna use that to create these hybrid race of extraterrestrials. Right. Another part is that about the we already put the Project Snowbird out. Right. You already saw got Project Looking Glass where they looked and saw that, hey, no matter how they tried to alter the equation and come out the same, they lose, they go under. Revelations chapter 12 verse 7, where it says Michael and his angels fought against the dragon and his angels, and the dragon lost. This is the part where the dragon lose, y'all. Just sit back and just keep it, just think in your mind, the dragon lost. That's all we need. That's all we need you to put in your mind. The dragon is going to lose big time, and he about to get ready to get embarrassed once he try to pull this nuclear power, pretty much a nuclear bomb. That's what it is. A nuclear. This 3-eye atlas ain't nothing but a nuclear power bomb. It's a missile, a nuclear powered missile. That's what it is. And when they pull that shit up, and the mother plane tear it apart or disintegrate it. Hey, it's a lot of stories that they don't tell you about the mother plane, man. One time these guys tried to test the mother plane, and they sent a B-2 stealth bomber over to Africa to test the nuclear bomb on a area that was supposed to be uninhabited in the desert, but it was Sandsman and Bushman living out there. So when they flew the plane over, the B-2 bomber over to drop the nuke to test it, the mother plane came out of nowhere, thin air, and disintegrated the B-2 bomber, like made it disappear, turned it into air, dust, or whatever. It couldn't have been whatever it turned it into. It disintegrated it. And that's the type of technology they're going up against when they come playing with this. Look, if Earth it be invaded, it's got to be an inside job, because Earth is under the protected the planet treaty until 2030, unless we re-sign again. So ain't no off-world nobody coming from nowhere to try to mess with the mother plane. And if they just so happen to be able to handle the mother plane, which is nearly impossible, they got 10,000 more of them little bitty baby planes stationed inside the Earth that can be, as soon as you knock one down out of the 1,500, another one is activated to take its place from the center of the Earth. So they never lose scribe. They'll never lose scribe. Every time you try to knock one down, another one will get replaced immediately. They got 10,000 of them on standby, parked in the center of the Earth. So I don't know who these guys. Well, I know who these guys think they are. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, it ain't them, it's us. We can't. The main thing is, don't panic. Have no fear. Because the sweet chariot is here. Swing low, sweet chariot. And when I tell you, when you get to see it, if you see it in action, man, it's a work of art. The way it moved. If a plane flying like this, and it'll just say that plane was chasing the mother plane a dart, and go be behind it in the next split second. I'm telling you, it ain't nothing, no joke. The Japanese pilots, all the pilots seen it. It's a whole bunch of pilots seen it. Some of them lost their license for coming out talking about it. It's classified information. It's the most scariest thing. It's the most ultimate fear of the dark elites. It's the ultimate fear. I'm telling you, man. And on that note, we'll be back. Young TV, your hood anchor man, signing out. Free Malachi Z York, man. Never have it been made so clear.